Guys, Miss J here. Just wanted to review how to solve two-step word problems because that's what your independent work is going to be with today. So here's an example of one, and I'm just going to walk through the steps really quick. I'll probably do two examples. So it says Jenny had 7 bananas and 4 oranges. Then she bought 5 apples. How many pieces of fruit does Jenny have? So you have to do 2 steps to solve these problems. 2 steps mean you should solve one part, get an answer, and then solve a second part, and make sure that at the end you put your equation as one long equation, or make sure that if it's 2 different equations that you explain that somehow to your teacher. So when I solve this one, I'm going to circle what I know, just like we always do. So Jenny had 7 bananas and 4 oranges. Then she bought 5 apples. And I'm looking for how many pieces of fruit does Jenny have now? So I know when I'm starting with, I'm going to go one sentence at a time just to make sure I get all the information correct. So Jenny had 7 bananas and 4 oranges. So I know she had 7 and 4. If I'm looking for how many pieces of fruit does Jenny have altogether, that's a clue that I'm going to join. So I know that she had 7 bananas and 4 oranges. I'm going to figure out what that equals first because it already gives me 2 numbers. So there's my first step. So I have 7 joined with 4. Well, if I count on it, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So far she has 11 pieces of fruit. Then she bought 5 more. Well, to figure out how many she has altogether, I'm going to take this 11 and I'm going to do 11 joined with 5 more because she bought 5 more. And that's going to give me my total of how many pieces of fruit does Jenny have. And again, I can count on, so I can go 11, put 11 in my head, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I can say that Jenny now has 16 pieces of fruit. And if I left it as 2 equations like this, you want to make sure that you just somehow show me that that 11 came from your first step. If you want to write it as 1 equation, you would write the 7 joined with the 4, joined with the 5 more apples, gives you the 16. All right, one more example. This one, it says, because sometimes your problems might have addition and subtraction in the same problem. So just make sure that you're paying attention to what the problem says. So here's an example where it's two different operations in the same problem. It says Alice put 3 red flowers in a vase. Then she picked 5 blue flowers and added them to the vase. 4 flowers died. How many flowers are still in the vase? Let's go one sentence at a time and see what information we need. Alice put 3 red flowers in a vase. Okay, so we know that she has 3 red flowers. Then she picked 5 blue flowers and added them to the vase. Ooh, if she picked 5 blue flowers and added them to the vase, that's a clue to me that it's going to be joining those 5 with the first 3 red flowers. 4 flowers died. That's also important because it's telling us that something happened to some of those flowers. And if they died, that means that she's going to pull them out of the vase. Nobody wants dead flowers sitting in their vase. So we're going to make sure that we take away at that point. And our question we're looking for is how many flowers are still in the vase. So now we're going to go one step at a time and see what we can do. So Alice put 3 red flowers in a vase. So I'm going to start with 3. Then she picked 5 blue. When she picked them, I know that I'm going to join them because she picked them and added them to her vase. So she was joining them with the 3 red flowers. And I know that 3 joined with 5 is the same as 8. Then it says 4 of the flowers died. Well, I'm not going to do 3 take away 4, and I'm not going to do 5 take away 4. I need to go with the 8 that I found as my first step answer. And then I'm going to take away 4. So I'm going to do the 8, take away the 4, is the same as what? Well, that's easy. That's a doubles fact because I know that 4 joined with 4 is 8. So that means that 8 take away 4 is 4. And again, I got this 8 from my first step, which is where I got it to solve my second step. Now, I could leave it like this so that way your teacher can see that you know it's one step and then a second step, or you could write it as one big equation. So what we did is we did 3 joined with 5, take away 4, and we were left with 4. So that's just a quick review of solving two-step word problems. If you're working on them today and you get stuck, just contact your child's teacher, and I'm sure that they will be willing to help. If you have any questions, just let us know. Thanks.